there's no place like home for the holidays. And no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can.
Welcome back to another Horror for the Holidays stocking stuffer. I'm Jeff Searcy.
I was debating. Hey, we're still in the Johnston Library. We still got that bag of Doritos in front of us. I was debating grabbing one. I'm Jay Logsdon.
Jay Logsdon, perpetually eating at the beginning of stocking stuffers episodes.
Man, they're so good. Fuck. God, these golden sriracha Doritos are great.
At least his mouth's not stuffed with truffles this time.
Yeah. Here we're like I said at the end of the last one, or like we said at the end of the last one. I guess it was both of us. We're trying to get stuff figured out. So we're gonna try and drop a stocking stuffer today and
Indeed.
and get this going.
Okay, Jay. What do you fear about artificial intelligence?
I mean, lots.
AI. It's everywhere.
It is. It's making artwork with people with like too many teeth and not enough fingers, and
It's getting better though. That's the scary part. I wonder how good it's gotten that we don't notice it sometimes now, and I wonder if it's just like airbrushed out, because like there's a whole industry apparently of YouTube thumbnails generated by AI that then have like an artist go like correct any of the wrong details so they can do it in like a quarter at the time and take them to actually draw it.
I think that is a lot of what's happening now. Because like I saw one and I'm like, someone's like, this was made with AI, and I'm like, I bet you it wasn't made with AI.
Not
I
completely.
bet it was made. I bet someone did a lot of airbrushing and correcting, photoshopping and stuff.
But honestly, I think that's what the main use of it's going to be for the next few years. It's probably going to be assisting artists versus just doing the artwork outright by itself. Because, you can get some decent stuff if you work long enough at it. But, if you just have it generate stuff like on random prompts, it doesn't look that good.
Yeah. No, you still get like weird shit with like fingers coming out of hair.
Yes,
And,
you
like,
get some weird horror. I mean, like, it'll do a crowd, and everyone will have the exact same face and the exact same expression, like in the background. Or yes, the lady with 6 fingers seems to be a popular one.
There was one where somebody was like, imagine you're invited to a house party by like a friend, and like for whatever reason the friend like can't make it.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, you should go, you'll be fine, and you show up, and like you're drinking, and you're not really paying much attention. But the more it goes on, the more you start to notice, like, oh, this person has too many teeth. Oh, this person's like fingers are melding together, and like it's just things that are subtly wrong with the people.
You know what I see a lot too? Knees backwards. Like weird people walking the wrong way.
Yep. Or like there will be like a table and the person's like stomach is like
Into the table.
but like around the table. Like it's hard to explain.
Yeah, there's also anytime there's an AI generated car, the wheels are always spinning the wrong direction for some reason. Like it can't quite understand what a car is. But you know what's the scariest part about AI, Jay?
Haley Joel Osment. Is that the right movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of it. No, soon it's going to be driving cars on the road with you, Jay.
Oh, fuck.
And it's probably not going to be that good to start off
It
with.
sure isn't.
Because, it's not like there's been tons of stories in the news about self-driving cars wrecking or, self-driving Tesla features killing people or things like that.
My favorite thing is apparently there is a thing every time a Tesla is in an accident.
Yeah.
Apparently, like something gets sent out, so a tow truck will show up and haul it away before like the police can call it, and it gets reported as like a Tesla causing an accident.
Yes, I have seen that. If the self-driving thing is activated, and like triggers a response. We got to get out there and get this thing.
Yep. Make sure it doesn't look like it was a Tesla that did this.
Understandable for protecting your brand, but if the self-driving things aren't ready yet, why are we trying to push it out the door too soon? I think it's a good idea in theory, because I think machines generally are more, obviously they don't have the same kind of like emotional attachments to things. They don't make impulsive decisions or whatever without weighing out the factors. But it's like if you're at the point where your AI camera can't tell the difference between like a dog and a stop sign, I don't think it's ready to roll out.
Yep. But instead, literally every time I see a Tesla, I'm like, I hope self-driving isn't active because it's gonna veer into my van and explode on purpose.
It is, because we all know that Jay Logsdon is an enemy of Elon Musk.
I am.
He's been talking a lot of shit.
I mean, privately, he doesn't know about it.
He knows, Jay.
Yeah.
He has access to all your cameras and microphones.
He probably does.
But you know,
I mean, man, someone who sucks so bad at Path of Exile, he should fucking shut up.
Oh God, that scandal. This is the kind of thing that's happening in modern America. A billionaire is fake playing a video game for likes on the platform that he owns.
So fucking funny. What a loser. Anyway,
Jay, guess what?
What?
You're gonna take a quiz.
All right.
This is an AI-powered quiz, Jay. An AI-powered quiz.
Oh fuck.
It's got dynamic branching logic. As you answer each question, the quiz adapts in real time.
Oh no.
It's going to create a suspenseful narrative tailored to your horror choices. And it's an immersive experience, and it will guarantee you a unique, terrifying, thought-provoking result.
All right.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Okay. Let us begin. All right, Jay. What kind of horror creature do you consider yourself? Would you say you're a vampire, a ghost, or a serial killer, which I don't really consider a monster. But
Yeah.
okay.
Other than in Scooby-Doo where the monsters are real people. Oh boy, am I a vampire, a ghost, or a serial killer? You know what? I just saw Nosferatu recently, so I'm a vampire.
All right, Jay. Let's see what the model comes up with. You awaken in a dimly lit crypt, the air heavy with the scent of damp earth and decay. A shard of moonlight filters through a crack in the ceiling. Something about this place feels wrong, yet familiar.
Weird. Okay. If I'm a vampire, this should just be my crypt. What feels wrong about it?
That's up for you to decide, Jay. All right, let's see what we go here. In front of you stands an ornate wooden coffin, its lid slightly ajar. Your reflection is absent from a cracked mirror on the wall. You realize the impossible. You are a vampire. What will you do? Investigate the coffin, search for a way out of the crypt, or wait in the shadows to see if anyone enters?
Oh, I'm going to wait in the shadows to see if anybody enters.
All right, let me go down here to choice number 3. You blend into the shadows, your heightened senses alert to every sound. After what feels like an eternity, you hear footsteps. A human enters the crypt. They carry a wooden stake and a flask of what smells like holy water. The hunter pauses, scanning the room. Their heartbeat pounds in your ears. You could strike now, feed and regain your strength, or try to talk to them. What do you do?
Is there a third option where I just continue to stay in the shadows?
You can attack the hunter, reveal yourself and attempt to negotiate, or remain hidden and observe their actions.
I'm going to remain hidden and observe their actions.
Okay. Chooses option 3 again. You melt into the shadows, watching as the hunter steps cautiously into the crypt. They're young, their movements deliberate but not practiced. A novice, perhaps. They scan the room, their eyes lingering on the coffin you recently left. The hunter kneels, placing the flask of holy water and a handful of dried herbs at their feet. They mutter an incantation, their voice trembling. The air around the crypt grows colder, and a faint golden glow begins to emanate from the objects. By the light of the sun, reveal the cursed soul that lingers here, they whisper. The magic sends a faint shiver through you. You sense its intent to pull you from your hiding place. You could flee deeper into the crypt, but this hunter seems inexperienced. They might be persuaded to help you, or they could become an easy target for your hunger. What will you do? Step out of the shadows and feign weakness, appealing for help? Strike swiftly, feeding on them to regain your strength, or use their distracted state to slip past them and escape the crypt?
I'm gonna use option 3.
Oh boy, this is an option 3 kind of guy. You're gonna piss off the AI model, Jay, by picking
That was
option
my
3.
plan.
You silently retreat deeper into the shadows, your movements as fluid and silent as smoke. The hunter remains focused on their ritual. their trembling hands arranging the symbols on the cold stone floor. They are too absorbed in their task to notice your absence. The crypt is a labyrinth, but your keen senses guide you. You soon find another passage, narrow and crumbling, leading upward. The scent of fresh air grows stronger with every step, urging you onward. At last you emerge into the night. The forest stretches before you, its gnarled trees swaying gently in the moonlight. Your heightened senses take in every sound. The rustle of leaves, the distant howl of a wolf, and the faint hum of human life in the distance. You are free of the crypt, but the hunger gnaws at you endlessly. The letter's warning about the blood pact echoes in your mind.
What letter?
The letter that just came into play, Jay. Seek the sigil hidden in the forest before the next full moon, or you will be consumed by the hunger forever. You see two paths ahead. A faint trail leading deeper into the forest shrouded in mist, a faint light flickering from what appears to be a small village. Which path do you take?
2 options.
Yes.
No option 3.
Nope, no option.
No option 3 is continue
It
standing
stopped
where I
giving
am.
you. It stopped giving you a third option because you're pissing it off.
I'm gonna go to towards the village full of people.
Okay. Option 2. You move toward the village, your footsteps soundless as you glide through the forest. The faint light grows stronger as you approach, revealing a cluster of small rustic homes nestled in a clearing. Smoke drifts lazily from the chimneys, and a murmur of quiet voices carries to you on the wind. The hunger claws at you, sharper now. The scent of warm blood fills the air, tantalizing and almost overwhelming. Yet you know you must tread carefully. If the villages discover what you are, they may drive you out, or worse. You spot a few options for entry. A dimly lit tavern with laughter and chatter spilling into the street. A small chapel with stained glass windows glowing softly in the moonlight. A lone figure walking down a side street carrying a basket. Gave you back your option 3.
It did give me back my option 3. You know what I think it doesn't want me to do? I'm gonna go to the chapel.
All right. Chapel.
Chapel Roan.
You approach the chapel, its modest structure radiating a subtle aura of serenity. The worn wooden door creaks as you push it open, and the faint smell of incense washes over you. Inside the room, it's illuminated by flickering candlelight. Rows of simple wooden pews face an altar adorned with flowers and an ornate sunburst symbol. A priest, an older man with a kind but weathered face, kneels in prayer near the altar. He doesn't notice your entrance, but you feel the weight of the place's sanctity pressing against your undead nature. It doesn't burn, but it is uncomfortable, a constant reminder of the humanity you've lost. You sense something unusual beneath the altar. Faint traces of power hum against your heightened senses. It might be a clue tied to the blood pact, or perhaps a source of danger. Do you approach the priest and ask for help, investigate the altar to uncover the source of the power, or leave the chapel and return to the forest?
It would be really funny to turn around and leave.
You gonna do that?
I was hoping I could just eat the priest.
I mean, you might be able to if you
Yeah.
approach him. I don't know.
Yeah, let's leave. Why not?
Option 3. The aura of the chapel weighing heavily on you. You try to force yourself to press forward, but whatever lies beneath the altar has placed a cage around this place, a threat to your very existence. You slip out as quietly as you can, the cool night air relief as you leave the aura of the artifact. The forest looms before you, its shadows deep and inviting. The village still hums with life behind you, but the chapel's unsettling effect leaves you wary of staying. The misty trail you saw earlier beckons from the forest edge, its obscured path winding into darkness. Your instincts tell you the answer to the blood pact may lie deeper in the wilderness, yet your hunger remains a constant distraction, urging you to find sustenance soon. Do you follow the trail, return to the village and seek a new approach, or hunt in the forest for prey?
It would be really funny to turn around and go back to the village. I'm going to do that.
All right. This AI model's got to be cursing your name by now. Jay Logston is first on the Terminator's kill list.
You won't believe what it made me do.
You turn back toward the village, your hunger gnawing at your restraint. The faint glow of torches and warm light from the windows makes the place feel alive and inviting, but also dangerous. You must tread carefully. This time you avoid the chapel entirely, heading towards the tavern at the village center. The air is filled with laughter, clinking of mugs, and the hum of conversation. You pause outside, observing the patrons through the open door. They seem relaxed, unaware of the danger so close by. Your hunger sharpens as you catch the scent of blood and sweat. Among the villagers, a burly man appears to be in the midst of a boastful tale, drawing the attention of the crowd. Near the back, a lone figure nurses a drink, their hood poured low. A serving maid moves gracefully between tables, balancing a tray of drinks. What will you do?
So what are my options?
You can join the crowd and blend in, approach the lone hooded figure, or wait outside the tavern for someone to leave, avoiding the crowd.
I'm going to wait outside the tavern waiting for someone to leave, avoiding the crowd. And clearly the guy in the hood is either a vampire or a vampire hunter, or maybe a werewolf. I'm not going to mess with that.
You step back into the shadows outside the tavern, your instincts guiding you to patience. The warm light spilling from the doorway contrasts sharply with the cold, predatory hunger curling within you. Moments later, the tavern door creaks open, and a young man stumbles out, humming to himself as he adjusts his coat. The man seems unaware of your presence as he heads towards the quieter streets of the village. His heartbeat is a steady and loud rhythm in your ear. What will you do? Do you follow the man and feed? Do you reveal yourself and question him about the blood pact? Do you restrain your hunger and let him pass, continuing your search alone?
It would be really funny to do 3.
It's up to you.
I'm going to do it.
All right. Let him pass. You let the man stumble by, his heartbeat fading into the distance. Though the hunger roars within you, you resist. The blood pact will not be broken by recklessness. Your restraint is rewarded when moments later you overhear 2 voices near the tavern speaking in hushed tones. They mention a forest altar and a group of hunters who guard its secrets. Determined, you follow their trail into the woods, the altar marked with the sigil from the letter radiating an ancient power. Placing your hand upon it, you feel the curse's grip falter. Though the hunger remains, you've taken your first step towards reclaiming your soul. The end, for now.
Oh, all right. Feels like it got really bad at me there. Just wanted me to do something.
Yeah. It was really pushing you to go to that forest to check out that spooky altar, but he just wouldn't do it.
And then it just sent me there anyway. It's like, fine, fuck you. You're going there.
But I mean, not a bad little tool, I would say.
Yeah.
And like for a choose, it reminds me of those choose your own adventure books.
Yeah. The ones I always think about, I think it was a Goosebumps choose your own adventure. It was a give yourself goosebumps, I believe.
Yes, I think that's what it was called. Yeah.
And the first one I did, you could either like stay home or go and investigate.
Yeah.
And if you stay home, it's just like you stayed home, nothing exciting happens. The end. And I always thought that one was so funny.
I love that. That's perfect. All right, Jay.
Jeff, you know what we didn't do it as a stocking stuffer.
What?
Watch any spooky stuff?
Yes, I did watch some spooky stuff. It was called A Cadaver Christmas. Yeah, I did watch that. But I also rewatched the Werner Herzog Dracula / Nosferatu. Which, funny, do you know the backstory behind Nosferatu?
It's essentially like the earliest or one of the earliest instances of like copyright, and then someone just sticking a big middle finger up and doing it anyway.
Yes, it was like one of those early examples of those like terrible, like when Battleship came out, the movie, and then they had like battle boats.
Yep.
The straight to DVD version. Yeah, they were like, we want to make Dracula, and they were like, no, you can't. And they were like, fine, we'll just make Dracula, but we'll just change the names.
Yep.
And they did.
And it's great.
Yep. And it's become like its own thing.
Yep. And now he's a fry cook, and now he runs the Krusty Krab or whatever.
Yes. Nosferatu.
That's all I wanted to do. Was the whole movie? I just wanted, just at some point, I just wanted to be like Nosferatu.
I mean, he deserves it.
I restrained myself. Like I said, I saw Nosferatu recently. Also, we're rounding out. We're coming to the end here. It is Giallo January, so I watched The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. I did not get to watch a Giallo movie every night in January. I watched one. And I don't think I'll get another one watched. Maybe I will, but right now I've at least watched one for Giallo January.
How was it?
Great. It's one of the first, maybe the first Argento movie. I'm not positive on that. A lot of kind of the twists and turns you expect of like a Giallo movie. There's a mystery to kind of solve, and you think you have it solved, and they do kind of a twist at the end. You see a lot of deep red in the Bird with the Crystal Plumage. Beautifully shot. You get a lot of those great Argento like neat buildings in Italy. Like it's one of the, every time I watch an Argento movie, I'm always like, where did you get that? We don't have buildings that look like that in America. Where the fuck did you get that cool looking building? Like,
yeah, modern American architecture is pretty sad.
Like there's I always think about in Deep Red the house where the apartment where like the murder that kind of incites the film takes place. It's like it is almost like a skywalk, and the apartment is a skywalk. And so like he watches the murder take place like through a window, but like you're able to walk underneath the apartment as part of like the thing. I always thought that looked so cool. In Bird with the Crystal Plumage, there is there's this great shot, and it's like it's an apartment or or a house or something, and and it's this triangular shaped staircase, and so like it's like a spiral staircase, but it's a triangle. And I just thought that was I'm like, where the fuck do you make something like that? That looks too cool. So yeah, those were that. I loved it. It was great. It was a fun movie.
Sounds fun.
So I don't know. Watch a Giallo movie for Giallo January. Put it in the comments. Let us know which one you watched.
Go see Wolfman coming out this weekend.
I think we'll have to talk about Wolfman soon.
Yes, we should. I think that'll be a stocking stuffer.
I think that'll be a stocking stuffer.
But I mean, that's all I got for this stocking stuffer.
All right. Well, we'll they might be a little shorter while everything's going on, but we're going to try to get them out if we can. Recording
at the library.
Yep.
I've got a longer idea. Maybe we can record next time we have library space.
Sounds like a plan. But yeah, we'll see you again next week. It is a stocking stuffer, so might as well reveal it. It's going to be February, and we're going to do a little movie called My Bloody Valentine 3D.
3D?
Yep. But it's not a sequel. It's a remake.
Okay.
And it stars one of Jeff's favorite guys, Jensen Ackles.
Oh, yeah.
And it stars one of my favorite guys, one Thomas Atkins. That's right. Caleb's returning to the podcast.
Oh, my God. The sex god?
Classic Caleb. All right. Well, anyway.
We'll see you next time.
Follow us on social media. Leave us a like, review, whatever.
Yeah,
subscribe.
Send us emails, whatever.
Yeah, horrorfortheholidays@gmail.com, at horrorforholidays, youtube.com/horrorfortheholidays, all that good stuff. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.